Hello. So I'm going to show you top 3 additions to the new DaVinci Resolve 20 that you need and you have to know. So to begin with, if you just getting to know this, the first thing you have to do, of course, is to download the software. So you download the new DaVinci Resolve 20 and you just go to the website. If you go to the website, you should be able to download it. Just click on the download DaVinci Resolve Studio and you'll be able to download the new software into your system, install it and sort of open it up. And when you do that, the first thing I'm going to say that you do is you come over here to DaVinci Resolve just at the top of your screen. Just click on the DaVinci Resolve icon here, and then you click on the extras download manager, and then when you click on that, you'll see here you have the AI voice training, and you also have extended AI transcription language support. So you just need to do is to download all, and once you download all, you'd have everything installed in your system. Now I want to show you a few things that I feel these are features that you must know because you'll find this really helpful in your day-to-day work. So the first thing is going to be the new AI music editor, and how this works is so interesting. Now, for example, let's say you have a recording, and then you have maybe an audio, for the recording, let's say like 20 minutes, and then your music is just about 2 minutes. Now, the AI music editor is really nice in the sense that it just helps you to kind of extend the music, to fill in the time of your recording. And let me show you how that works. So right now, I have here, recording. Let me that the best person who can tell who you are. So this is just a recording of me speaking, to a few people in a conference room. And now I want to add music to this recording, and we're going to use the AI music editor to see how it works. So now I'm going to go here, effects. So under effects, I'm going to type. And sorry, I'll go to my media pool first, and then I'm going to pull in the music I want to use. So let's say I want to use this. So I'm going to pull that into the timeline. So you can see here that the music I have, let's see, it's about 1 minute 55 seconds. Okay, and the record is about 12 minutes 13 seconds. So now I want to simply extend this, to fill in the entirety of the recording time. So all I just need to do is to select the music. So when I select the music here, and I'll come over here, you can see here you have the AI music editor. So I'll come here, click the AI music editor, and I'll just simply specify the time. So the speech I was giving here is about 12 minutes thereabouts. So I'm just going to say extend this guy to about 13 minutes. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to type 13. Let me just leave it at 13:01, and I'll just say adjust. So let's see what's going to happen. So it will simply analyze the clip, and then when it's done analyzing the clip, it will automatically extend the background music to fill in the time of the speech. So let's see what we get. Okay, awesome, it's done. So look at this now. So you see this, let me just make this a little larger. So you can see here the background music essentially has been extended, from about 1 minute with 5 seconds, and now about 13 minutes, for the full duration of the speech. That's just amazing. So you don't have to do any drag and drop. You don't have to do any sort of cut and join. So the AI music editor simply does that for you, and that's so amazing. And in addition to that, you have also options for versioning. So you have version 1, version 2, version 3, so you can sort of version your music that way. Now the second thing I want to show you is the vertical UI for social media interface that has now been integrated into DaVinci Resolve 20. Now you have here, let me just take out select the inspector, and now you have here, you can see the former DaVinci 19 allowed you to sort of change from maybe either the timeline or the entire project from horizontal to vertical UI, but now they've built it in such a way that you have a specific section dedicated to the vertical UI. And let me show you how this works. So now when you come into your timeline, this project, for example, is actually set to vertical. resolution. I want to believe you know where to find that, but just in case, you simply just go to your file and you go to project settings. On the project settings, you go to time resolution, master settings, time resolution, and you change this to use vertical resolution, and simply you're going to have your timeline that way. You can also do this at the timeline level and not just at the project level, but that's maybe for another time I'll show that. But for today, so you have here, or I have here, you can see this is a mobile sort of vertical video that was actually shot. And if I can just make this large so you can see what that looks like. Now, what I want to do is to simply, show you the new feature that DaVinci has built into the system to allow you to have, a better picture of what you're doing. So if you just come to the middle section here, just to the right, you have this icon here. You see that? If I just click this, and now you can see, voila, we just have an entire section of the screen dedicated to the vertical UI, which is just amazing. Now, so if you play your people have done things with that, you'll have a better view, right? It's just better. If you compare this to what we used to have before, where you just had, just the top section of, the screen, and then sometimes it's not just nice. That's just the truth. So this is excellent, and this is just awesome. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show you is the word highlight tool, AI word highlight tool. Essentially what that does is that now, instead of just having a bland subtitle, okay, where the words are just there, nothing dramatic, nothing special, now you have an AI animated word highlight tool that allows you to give more life, to your subtitle. So this is how it works. So all you need to do is go to your effects. Of course, you should have transcribed the audio already. You go to effects and then you type just word. If you just type word, you're going to see word highlight. So what we're going to do is to drag that word highlight onto our subtitle subtrack or track, and we'll just drop it there. Now when I drop it there, essentially that will now transform the bland subtitles that we already have, or captions that we already have, into something more animated. So let me play it and let's see what we have. So you have increased responsibility and autonomy. If somebody is doing well in something that is, so let's deal with that. So what you just need to do is click, on the subtitle, anywhere on the subtitle, and then you go to the video, section here where my mouse is, and you might see either caption. If the caption is turned on, you just need to click on track. When you click on track, you're going to see the word highlight tool here, and you click on that. Now what you need to do is to go to the size section here, this section here, and then just drag that. When you drag that, you're now going to see your subtitles with the new animated colors and font. So when you can trust the person with something new. But if I give somebody, let's say I give somebody, for example, 1,000 naira. Okay, so the subtitle is now animated, and I know that what the person for, and all you just need to do is to now kind of play around with it and just modify it to be whatever you want it to be. So for example, we can just click there, we can change the color from yellow to something we love to something much more in tune, whatever you desire. You can change the highlight fill, you can enable outline, you can also enable background. So if you want for every word that is being spoken to sort of have a background, in addition to the color of the text, you can also enable what was 500 naira, and the person just keeps quiet and does not say, oh, actually what is it? Okay, so you see basically just follows the words and whatever it is that you say. So these are all the features in the new DaVinci Resolve 20 that I want to highlight. I'm going to hopefully go through more and show how you can also harness and utilize all the new features that DaVinci has really brought for us in DaVinci Resolve 20. So I hope this is helpful, and if this is helpful to you, please just make sure you hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and yeah, let's just know that this is something you find really helpful. So until next time, see you and bye-bye.